Happy Monday, Delray Beach. It's Marjorie Waldo at Arts Garage with Mondays with Marjorie. I want to take a minute to give a shout out to the amazing list of donors who have made a contribution to our annual campaign for 2019. You make it possible every time you donate for us to be able to put this amazing art on the wall for emerging artists, to put the incredible performances on the stage that we do, to run the emerging art programs for musicians, and to do the arts education pieces that we do. So thank you so much. Let me just call out the list. Elliot Schreiber, that would be Elliot and Phyllis, Krista Makey, Chuck Halberg, and Pam Halberg, David Duran, Nancy Baskin, Robert Dudley, Charles Tumatzos, Dale and Rachel Middleman, Mr. and Mrs. Thomas, Christina Buckley, Christopher Zuflita, I don't know if I said it right, I apologize if I didn't, Susan Caruso, Mercedes Santana, Jason Bush, Bob Mercier, Mary Ellen Mulcahy, Janet Waxman, Mr. and Mrs. George Vaca, Roberta Young, Donald Paluk, and Barnaby Manassi. Thank you all so very much for making a contribution. Our annual campaign runs through the end of September, which is the end of our fiscal year. Your donations are tax deductible to the fullest extent of the law, and we are grateful for any amount you are able to spare out of your budget. So whatever your heart moves you to do, we would be very grateful. Okay, so we have a busy week, like always. I believe this is the last week of this current show. You're looking here at a piece called Fall Mountain Highway by Barefoot Girl Anna Gibson. Barefoot Girl Photography, Anna Gibson. She's amazingly talented, as is the other artist that's on the wall. So if you want to see this photography exhibit, you'll want to get in this week, because we will load out, I think, over the weekend even. So check it out. Tuesday night we have our jam session in the Black Box. It's a really fun event. There's usually 50 to 60 people, and at least half of them are performing. It's a really good mix. There's usually a monster jam at the end where everybody tries to get on stage. It's a really exciting thing for the musicians that attend and for the people who come to support them. So it's great whether you are an emerging musician or just looking for a place to jam with some friends and have a little bit more experience. So check it out Tuesday night at 8. Friday night we have the beautiful Bobby Blackman and the B3 Band. He does a lot of soul and blues. It's really fun. I hope you'll check it out. I think it's going to be a fun Friday night. And Saturday night we have the Sinatra to Soul with the Chris Thomas Band. That one is selling very quickly. I believe we're over 120 tickets sold. So if you're looking for that for Saturday night, you may want to get online and check it out sooner than later. I hope we'll see you for something. I appreciate you all for your patronage. I'm just reminding you that Heartfelt is a year-long program. Anytime you're swinging by the avenue and walking past, you can drop something in the bin. This quarter we are collecting for Carver Middle School's young artists. Both some music and art supplies are on their wish list. Last quarter we brought approximately $750 in supplies to Village Academy. There was a young woman who helped us unload. Most of my staff, whoever was here that day, was with us when we delivered. And there were a couple of young women who were high school students, I believe, who were there to help us unload the car and bring the pizza and everything. And one of the girls told my house manager, Suzanne Haley, the woman you know and love, that when she was in elementary school, she was given, at Village, she was given one crayon. She did not choose the color, and that was what supplies, that was the quantity of supplies she had to work with to make her art image. So I can't tell you how important it is for us as a community to come together and support the kids who are at in particular Title I schools, because it's very difficult for them to be able to do what they need to do, and the schools are limited in how much they can spend because they're focused on that reading and math, those math scores and reading scores. So anything you want to do to help. Some of the stuff is super easy, like expo markers or black concert folders. Some of it's more complicated, like they really love a human skeleton, not one from somebody you've helped pass on, but one of the ones you can purchase for art or for science classes. They're expensive. They've also asked for an S-Cube sightseeing program. The mega bundle is $369. I'd like to comment that I always forget his name, so today I made sure I had it so I could say it properly. Lloyd Sokolau brought us a check for $500 during the drive for Village Academy. $250 of that donation purchased supplies for Village Academy. $250 will pick up supplies that are not brought in by our donors or guests or patrons. So if you can stop by and bring a supply, that's awesome. If you wanted to drop off some money or call in and charge a donation to the box office, you can, and we will add that to our stores. Right now we're at $250 that we can shop for anything that the boxes don't have in them by the time the end of October comes. So we have through October 31st to do the collection for Carver Middle. So both of my kids went to Carver Middle, and I'm real proud of how hard that school works to serve our community. So I hope you'll help me in reaching out to those children. Okay, I talked too long. Thank you, and we will talk to you soon.